Hey people, Kate Slink here, how we doing? So in this video, it's going to be a quick video today and we're going to be looking at the new Tyranid that's coming out of the hive and into our rosters. It's this man himself, man bug, whatever you want to call him, the Neurothrope. Now this guy I'm pretty excited about. Why, I hear you ask, and that's because I think he's going to be a bit of a beast once you can kind of build up his parasites. So we're going to have a quick look at his skills first. I've just got a bit of gameplay to look at after. He looks amazing as always. Oh, it looks amazing. I'm going to pause it there and we'll look at his Spirit Leech. So this attack deals 1 psychic damage. Now this guy's maxed out, so this is like maxed out potential, which I accept is going to take a while, but this is what his massive potential is about. So to deal some psychic damage to one enemy within 3 hexes. If the target is suppressed, you deal additional damage, which I think where the skill comes in useful. Otherwise, it suppresses it, which again is another good little part of the skill. If the Neurothrope and friendly Tyranids adjacent to each heal health equal to 60% of the total damage dealt with in this ability. That kind of doesn't make any difference at the moment because we haven't got any other Tyranids, but in the future I think that skill will also be pretty decent. So that I think is great. If you can get him suppressed first, winner. But I don't think that's his true potential to using that skill. So next, if we have a look at the Neuroparasite, and this is where I think this guy is going to be really good. So each enemy that is dealt psychic damage by the Neurothrope or infected by will be infected, by a Neuroparasite. So until either the unit is healed or the Neurothrope is defeated. So you want to keep them at a distance. This is like range free as well, which is pretty good. Whenever the unit is infected with a Neuroparasite, it takes psychic damage, which we'll see again shortly, or becomes affected by the attack. I remember that today, or ability that would suppress. The level goes up. So basically, any psychic more damage after or an attack that suppresses, like Noble, will actually increase the Neuroparasite as well by 1, up to a maximum of 10. So again, I'll show you in some gameplay shortly. And psychic damage dealt by Neurothrope is increased at the moment because he's at max 50. He's getting an extra 3,290 damage for each level, which is a massive number. I mean, times that by 10, it was like 32,000k, and that's obviously without any crits. That's literally just blank basic. So pretty decent stuff. What else have we got for this guy here? So he's just got a normal, his armor's not too bad, his health's not too bad. Again, this is max, and his damage is okay, but I do think it comes in with the parasites, which will help increase the damage. He has flying, close combat weakness. He's a psyker, obviously. Shadow in the warp, again, this is another great trait to this guy. So enemy psykers within 2 hexes have minus 25% psychic damage. Now, it will come in helpful with the bosses and also in arena, and does not affect Tyranid psykers. Next, we have the last one, Synapse, which is pretty decent. Again, friendly units within 2 hexes of this unit with this trait may behave as normal, so they ignore the battle fatigue. So again, friendly units like the soldiers that will get sent out by Yarrick. I can't remember words out. Yarrick sends out his men. They will have less chance of getting battle fatigue and fleeing. So again, this works really well, and I'm going to guess that in the future there's going to be other kind of Tyranid summons that will help also. So I think that's a bit of a blanket kind of trait. So let's have a look at this guy in action. A guy, bug, I want to call it. I keep calling him guy. So we're going to kick in. I've kind of took him against, I'm going to pause it there. So what I've done is kind of put some tanky characters against him, just to see his true potential. As you can see, you've got Calgar, some resilient Death Guard, Abaddon there. So I've chucked them all in, all these big chunky characters who are tanks in the game. And just to see potential, so we're going to go here for an attack, range 3. So there's the attack on Maladus. And you'll see, there's the parasite. So I pause it there. So that's 1 parasite effect. Neuroparasite, whatever you want to call it. So the next attack takes 4,230 more psychic per level. So add that onto his next attack because it's already at level 1. So great, like I said, for tanks. I'm going to keep going, skip this go. Next, put them all together here. So as you can see, Maladust there, it's got a 1. And then if we see the potential difference there, pause it there, look at the difference. You can see it's like 6,143 damage going to do against him, where the rest is going to be 3,000 odd against Calgar, Abaddon, 4,600. So you can see the difference with that Parasite adding on makes a massive difference. So this time we're going to go and put some Parasites on Calgar and Abaddon. So we go for the attack on Calgar, bounces across to Abaddon. Now they've all got the 1 Parasite. So all 3 of them now have the Parasite on them. They're all going to take extra damage, as you can see there with Abaddon. So we're going to skip this go on to the next turn. And remember, these are tanks, so you can pause it there because you can straight away we're going to go for the kill. Already it's showing we'll be able to kill Abaddon and Calgar. So because they've got a Parasite, the extra damage is just way overkilled. Go for the shot on Abaddon. Bang, bang, both dead. And that's 2 big, beefy guys. Like remember said, this is level 50. This is like true max potential, but this is against some really hefty characters also. So kind of scaling it down, it's going to work just as good. Taking out tanks like that, do you know what I mean? Tanky characters in 2 hits is crazy. So next, we're going to have a look at the Spirit Leech. So the Spirit Leech, like I said, is going to win 3 hexes. If it's suppressed, it's going to do more damage this time. But when it's not suppressed, so it's just going to do the 1 damage. We're going to have a go at shooting at one of the characters. I can't remember which one it was now. Typhus. So he's not suppressed. We'll go for the attack. Sorry, I skipped it then. There we go. So we are going to go for the attack. It's not suppressed, so it's not going to cause the extra damage. But what it should do is once it's done the damage, like so, it then suppresses him also. So like I said, that's the good thing about that skill. Is great if you get him suppressed. But if not, you add in the suppress and you add in a Neuroparasite. Now with this bug, I do think it's going to be some great damage to be done against the bosses. So I had a little experiment around with big old Morty, and I managed to, if we go here, so I managed to get his Parasite up to 10, and that was purely by using Noble, obviously because he's got the suppressed attacks, and also the damage from Eldron, the psychic attacks. So each round was building it up. I think we're on to about round 3 now, and you can see there it's a 10. So 10 Neuroparasites. That's each one is 3,290 added on to the psychic attack, which is a crazy amount. And if you just look at the damage there, it goes to show 26,494. Bang, I'm going to pause it there, and that's the damage it's done. It's taking off all the armor, bits and bobs. That's the damage it's eventually done. 26,657 damage. So that's without any crits. That's without much buffing around. I think I've got a bit of Eldron buff there going on. But apart from that, do you know what I mean? That is crazy damage. And that's around 2 rounds left. Got another couple of rounds of that. So this guy has some potential. So there we go. What do you guys think of that? Like I say, it's not in the real world. I get that. Do you know what I mean? It's better to kind of test these characters. This is testing him at his max full potential. I look forward to testing him in the real world when you have got kind of gunfire coming back at you, and just some other kind of, I think he's going to be able to take a hit, but with his distance of hitting at 3 hexes, you can afford, I think, to hit back. But I'm excited because I think this is going to be a character that you can use well in arena, tournament arena. I think it's going to be really good against some of the tanky guys, but also it's got some potential here against Morty and possibly Gazgul as well. I'll be interested to test him in with Gazgul as well. I think obviously you can't use him against the other Nids. The Silent King possibly also. I'm not too sure. I'm looking forward to testing him even more. Like I say, he comes in a couple of days. When this video goes out, it comes this Sunday, so you've only got a few more days left before you got the chance to get him. If you want to save up a bit of energy before to give you a bit of a boost, go for it now. I hope that help some people out understanding about him before you actually get him. I hope you find this video interesting. Please don't forget to check out some of my other videos and also hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Take care. Bye bye.